All right. So according to yesterday's class, I said value area high of yesterday, value area low of yesterday. And this is the current market. This is today, Wednesday. So that means at the value area high of yesterday, you are anticipating sales. At the value area low of yesterday, you're anticipating buys. And let's expand this cluster right now and see what happened today. Starting today at the value area high of yesterday, we had a massive drop. At the value area low of yesterday, we had a massive pump. And price is still buying. And price is currently at the value area high. If the the market is currently going to close or is even closed right now. You can see how sweet today was. Everything that happened in between, you can see all that happened in between. You know, it's none of your business. You can see how we had low volumes here. You can see why you should never involve yourself in whatever happened, what happens in the middle, right? You can see why you should never involve yourself. You can see what happened immediately. Price took out the value area high of yesterday. Massive sell. What happened immediately? Price took out the value area low, a massive pump. Imagine having access to something like this. And that's not all. You get to see POIs, which I'm going to discuss today or probably tomorrow. You get to see POIs that you do not have to mark out yourself. You don't have to mark out these things yourself. You get to see everything. All you have to do is just look at it and anticipate it, and boom, you have trades and you have other things to back it up in terms of the footprint and the DOM. We're going to leave the best for the last, which is the DOM. So after market profile, we'll move on to footprint, then the DOM. But market profile is the main thing that gives us that setup or a reason why we should trade. Footprint is for confirmation. So I want you guys to write this down. Market profile is for analysis. Footprint is for confirmation. Or footprint and DOM are for confirmations. If you want consistent profit, after mastering this thing, bro, if you master it, you spend hours mastering it, going as far as you can actually go to, study it, and you're seeing things that you've not seen before, you study it, spend hours, you master it, you trade live, build confidence. Hi. I'm not promising you this thing, but I'm promising you procedures, kind of profitability you are going to experience if you've been trading for the past 15 years. If you've been trading for the past 15 years, you have never seen that profitability before in your life after mastering it. What should you write down? Market profile is for analysis. Footprint and the DOM is for confirmation. Can you hear me now, please? Hello? Market profile is for analysis. Footprint and DOM is for confirmation. Now let's get straight into it without wasting our time. So yesterday I explained this, and this is the current market. This is what happened today on NAS 100. Price sold directly from the value area high and price bought at the value area low. Very simple stuff. Now let's go to another pair. Let's say S&P, and let's see what happened today on S&P. Let me make this guy, let's focus on only market profile. So let's wait for it to load up. We're waiting for S&P to load up. Okay, loaded. Reset profile. Now this is Tuesday. This is Wednesday, which is today. This was Tuesday, which is yesterday. Now, coming to the market, remember what I said yesterday? I said these gray lines from here is the value area high, and this is the value area low. At the value area high, you're anticipating sales. At the value area low, you're anticipating buys. So which means today being Wednesday, all you have to do is anticipate sales at the value area high. sells at the value area high and splitting buys at the value area low. So let's see what happened today on S&P today. So let's expand cluster and look at this sweet stuff that happened today. Directly at the value area high, what happened? Can we echo it, please? What happened? Can everybody just type it, type it, type it? What happened here? This is S&P. This is another pair. Oh. Sales. What happened at the value area low? After price took at value area low. Boom again. Now you can see what happened in between. In between. Is there a way you would have taken in trades like this? Because tell me, because try me. Let's assume you're trying to like buy and you bought from here, but price went up, price came back, boom. Price, bro, you actually sold, price came back. This is not trading. But look at what happened immediately after price took out value area. This is not magic. This is what happens every time. This is what happens every time. It shows you specific zones where to anticipate because this is where we have more volume from yesterday, more volume in the market yesterday. That's why you have everything happening in the middle year. It's not really relevant until price took out the value area high before we had a perfect sell and the perfect buy. That would have given you money. You would have gotten in, sold, gotten out. But like, it's just that simple. Imagine being able to take a NAS, S&P, the sells and the buys. Then you also go to BTC as well. You see the same thing again. Let's look at BTC. BTC was so sweet as well today. Let's look at BTC. So wait for BTC to load up. This is something I want to do next month rather. I want to shock myself before I shock people. I want to shock myself because I've obviously, shocked a lot of people already. That a lot of people don't even believe what I do. So I want to shock myself with what we're going to do. But then look at this now. This is today, right? Wednesday, and this is Wednesday, and this was Tuesday. Value area high, you expect sells. Value area low, buys. And let's expand cluster, which is today. This is BTC as well. You can see it works everywhere. You can see here, nothing really happened. In between, nothing really happened. But immediately price took out the value area high. You can see we had this massive sell. Boom. And currently, because price is currently at the value area low, what's currently happening? Buys. Now, this is that we're not done with the basics. Now let me explain the POC and what we call. Please, you guys write this down. I want to explain POC and single prints. Well, let's go straight into the POIs itself. POC, write this down, please. POC, which is a point of control. Point of control, point of control, Excel charts, and you can see this cells, this green stuff here, which is the sell tail and the buy tail. I want to explain all these guys now. So the first thing first I want to explain is the POC, how you can use it, this sell and buy tail, and what we call the single print, which is this guy here, which you call the single print. Are we ready, please? Have you written it down? You must know the meaning of all these things, people to really understand it. Point of control, which is the POC. You can see this POC, point of control, the buy and sell tail, the buy tail and the sell tail, write it down, then the single prints. And these are the things you don't get on TradingView. You don't see all these things on TradingView, right? So, all right, so let's go. You've written it down, perfect. So how do you use this thing? So once you've seen price at the value area high, and your brain is already telling you that it's time to sell, but you need a specific zone to actually trade from. Someone saying private jet loading. Don't study it first. Yeah? Don't try to master it. Don't trade with it first. And just miraculously think this is one magical stuff that will just make you money. You'll be shocked. Let's move on. So the POIs now. Now you can see the POC at this point. The buy tail and the sell tail. And we also have these single prints. So the POC simply shows where most volume is actually traded. What happened yesterday where we have most volume, right? Where we have most volumes. Do you understand? And what happens is this. It can also act as a POI. Please pay attention now, please. The POC, the sell tail, the buy tail, and the single print, they all act as POIs. But how do you use them? Let me drop a simple bomb on you guys now. So let's assume you have an order block here. In between this value area high and value area low. Will you sell? No, right? But let's assume you now have an order block that makes sense at this POC here, at this high, at the value area high, at the value area high. Will you sell or not? Thank you. So the POC, the single print, and you see buy tail and the sell tail, they all act as POI. So now you can see in this case, we have the POC above the value area high, which passes as a POI, right? Which you can also use as a POI. So all you have to do is just mark it out. Just make it big or however it is you want to mark it out. Just make sure you mark it out real well. And that's it. You know, you have a POI there for sales. Now, for the buy tail, it actually happens automatically. But let me ask you guys now. Let's assume you just see a buy tail. Now, for the buy tail, you don't have to mark it out or do anything. For the buy tail, let's assume you have a buy tail in the middle here. Will you buy? Thank you. But what if you have a sell tail also in the middle here? Will you sell? No. So I'm glad this is making sense now. So what about if you see this gray line, this bluish gray, whatever it is, it's called a single print. You see whatever you have right here is called a single print. So what if you see it in right now that is currently in the middle right now? Do you think you're actually going to buy or sell because you've seen the POI? Because do you think we should actually buy or sell from there? No. You want to wait until price takes out the value area high, right? And price takes out the value area low. Now, let's look at what happened on this day. Expand clusters. You can see, so everyone will probably think because they have this single print, price should buy from there. Price will just wind you and price will just sell. Until price takes out the value area low, do not look to buy or sell. Value area low for buys, you can see actual buys. Value area high for sales. And what do we have here? What is this red thing called, please? Sell tail. Sell tail. Tail. This is it right here, not tape. If you remove LL, add that guy that said sell tape. Imagine you remove the LL. It's sounding like something else. Come on, bruv. Let's move on. I'm glad you guys didn't, they didn't get that. Oh Jesus, because I'm recording. Jesus. Let's move on. Real quick. All right, so we have a cell tail right here. Cell tail right here. And you can see it also aligns with the previous day value area high. So which means we should look for sells there. It is very simple. Now you also have a buy tail here, which means you should look for buys. Aligns with the value area low of yesterday. It's that simple. Very simple. Very, very simple. Don't try to do anything in the middle because you have a POC here doesn't mean you should start looking for buys at this POC. You're going to lose money. Wait for price to take out the value area low or the value area high and wait for either you see the sell tail or you see a POC that aligns or you see this guy, this single print above it, then you mark it out. for buys or sells. Is it making sense, please? Is it making sense? Are we understanding what sense? Do we understand, please? Right. Focus on the highs and lows. There's just 3 POIs. You guys remember in TA, I have only 2 POIs, 2 types of POIs, right? In TA, I have just 2 types of POIs, right? Which is the order block and the QMR. But here, you have the POC that can be used as a POI. Please pay attention. In this case, you have the POC that can be used as a POI. You have the single print, which is this is the single print right here. You see, whenever you see this gray, blue, or this blue stuff right here, if I see it anywhere, that is what we call the single print. Single print, that's what's called the single print. Right there, if you look in between here, you can also see it here, right below this value area low. That's also a single print, right? That's also a single print, and you can see POC can also be used as POI. So here we have just 3 types of POIs. We have the POC, we have the single print, and we have the sell tail or the buy tail. And they all appear automatically, right? So now you can now decide to expand it, use, I'm going to show you guys probably the next video. I just want you to understand this first. The single print, the POC, and the buy or sell tail. Yes. So it's self-explanatory, it's just there, but it needs to align. For you to be able to use it, either of them, it needs to align with the value area high or value area low. Because you see a POC in between, it doesn't mean you have to buy or sell. You only be confusing yourself. But if it aligns with the value area high, you should be selling from there. Let's look at what happened here. It's a span cluster. You can see our price tapped directly into this POC here, right? And also gave us a sell tail. And boom, you had a sell from there. You can see what happened here. Remember what I said about this guy, single print. However, this single print is actually from today. It's for today, like it printed today. So let's assume we actually ignored this buy. Let's assume we ignore this buy. But see, this blue stuff can also count as a POI, but let's ignore it because it's always, most times it's always in between here. So let's ignore that. The things you want to focus on are like the sell tail, the POC, and the single print. You can see here as well, we had a single print, show up, and boom, we had price buying. But it aligns with this value area low. Is it clear, please? I don't want it to sound all hard and all that. It's very, very easy to understand. But is it clear? Do we understand this, please? Man, is there a way to clear everything? Do we understand? All right, good. All right, some of you don't understand. It is just simple. Just to understand that the POC, the single print, and the buy or sell tail act as POIs. They act as POIs. Let me come again. Let me delete everything right here. The POC, the single print, buy or sell tail act as POIs. But in order to use them, they must align with the basics of market profile. Please, what is the basic of market profile? Let me ask you, Mr. Lucky, please, what is the basics of market profile? What's the basic? How do you use market profile? Mr. Lucky, please. Mr. Lucky, just Mr. Lucky. How do you use market profile? Nah. Nah. You don't understand it as well. So, Nana, please tell us, how do you use market profile? I explained this yesterday. So if you still don't understand market profile, you see you have a problem. Because we also have a recorded video. Sano understand. I don't understand. Mr. Lucky, you still don't understand market profile that I explained yesterday. And we have a video on the channel. Come on now. So, Nana, yeah. So you said sell at the value area high and buy at the value area low. Thank you. So, Nana, let me throw another question at you. Right, because you said you didn't understand what I've been explaining since now. So let's assume you have a POI, either the sell tail. Imagine you have a sell tail in between the value area high and the value area low. Will you sell? No, no. No, no. If you have a sell tail in between the value area high and the value area low, will you sell today? Thank you. So it's just simple. You understand that you're looking out for only three types of POIs, right? You're looking out for just the sell tail, only it must be valid. That means it must be at the value area high of the previous day. The buy tail must be at the value area low of the previous day. And the single print must also be at the value area low or high of yesterday, or the POC. In this case, which is today, what happened today? This POC, Nana, please, where is this POC? Where is this POC? We can see that this is a value area here and this value area low, right? So where is this POC, please? This POC, how do you use this POC? Do you use this POC to buy or sell? You can see this POC, right? Nana and Mr. Lucky. We can all see this POC, can we? What is this POC used for? What do we use this kind of POC for? Above value area high. For sales, exactly. Thank you. And that's exactly what price did. Right? So now this acts as what? It acts as a POI. Now, let's expand this guy and see what happened. You can see price sold directly from what? This zone. And we also have a sell tail to back it up, telling us that that is a sell zone. That is a zone where we should actually sell from. It is that simple. And look at what price did. Price sold off from there. Price sold off from there. Now we also have what? We also have this buy tail right here. It's also aligned with the value area low of yesterday. That means we should be looking for buys, and that's exactly what price is currently doing. Price is currently buying from this buy tail. Are we all getting it now, please? All your POIs must align with the basics of market profile. It is just simple, and everything, you don't even need to start racking your brain to say, where is this buy tail, where is this sell? It appears automatically. Someone said, do we use the POC of the current day or the previous day? Let me throw your question back at you, Mehdi. It is common sense. The day that is just forming, right? The day is just forming and it is printing the POC. It's printing a POC for you. A day that is just forming, according to the basics of market profile, which profile are you using? Which value area high and low are you using? Are you using the current day or the previous day? Mehdi, thank you. So that means anything, any POI must be from the previous day or the previous day. Like this today now on NAS, was it NAS? Yeah. You can see the POI that price bought from is from how many days ago? 1, 2, 3. From 3 days ago, POC, you can see this POC from 3 days ago. And we also have this buy tail to back it up. But what happened? It is at the value area low of yesterday. That's the most important thing. Price came back to this POC and the buy tail of how many days ago? It has to be the previous day or the previous day. It must just align with the value area high or low. It is just simple. It's as simple as that. Now you can see this is today's single print. Today's single print. You can see maybe you asked me a question. You said, do we use the POC of the current day or the previous day? Now this is the current day single print. Did it hold? The current day single print. Did this guy hold? You can see how big this POC is. Did this guy hold? You have to use the previous day's POI, the previous day point of interest. It can either be the single print, the sell tail, or the buy tail, or the POC, but it has to be the previous day or days before. You cannot use the current day for anything at all. I believe that is clear right now. That is clear, right? Do we all understand this right now? Thank you. Thank you. So I'm glad we all understand. So I'm going to stop recording right now. I'm going to stop recording and we should be done with market profile this week. So we're going to go deeper from tomorrow. What's the time frame? You will know. It's the same time frame. You don't have to change time frame. Just leave it where it is. There is nothing. You don't have to go to the higher time frame. You're a day trader. Leave it on the 30 minutes time frame. Just leave it as you have the file. Leave it on the 30-minute time frame. We're going to discuss all of that tomorrow when it is time. Focus on what I'm teaching you right now so you can really understand it. Stop asking questions that I haven't taught you. Please. Forget about